I almost lost my life yesterday. That was the 3rd of May. It was a Sunday in the evening at around 10 p.m. And in those few seconds of uncertainty of whether I was going to survive the experience or to end up being something much worse, God forbid, that space of time has literally changed me. It has changed the way I see life, it has changed the way I perceive things. And that's what I'm here to talk about. But before we talk about that, I first of all just want to thank God. This is literally like a testimony. I want to thank God and say thank you for life. It's a privilege to literally be here and be doing as good as I am doing right now. And it's also like a wake-up call to see that anything can happen. We live life feeling like because every day nothing crazy happens, we expect every day to be like that, but in 1 second a lot can happen. So yeah, story time. Let's talk about how that happened. It was Sunday in the evening. I was going to get something to eat, and I came out from where I was staying, my house, and it was raining. And anytime there's heavy rain around my estate, about half of the road is covered by water, just about half. So it's not so much water, but it's something that would submerge your leg to like ankle level. And I came out to get food. I'm looking at the water and I'm thinking, it's either I go back or I have to go through the water. So while I'm thinking, I see a bike come up and I ask him, can I hop on the bike and you just cross me over to the other side? So you know 2-lane roads, they are like these roads where one lane goes this way, the other lane goes this way, and then there's like a pavement demarcation in the middle. So I was asking him to cross me over to the pavement demarcation in the middle of the road. And I was with my friend, we both hopped on the bike and he dropped us just beside the pavement. About to get off and I'm looking back, I see a bright light about 200 meters away. I can tell that this guy is speeding out of his brains. And I can tell that the time is going to take them to move from 200 meters away to where I am is not much. So even if I get off the bike man and my friend will probably still be on the bike by the time I get off. So instead of getting off, I'm waving the car down because the bike still has its lights on. The car has its lights on too. I'm waving the car down, signaling a slowdown. And mind you, like, they don't have to go through us if they are passing through that road because it's a whole road. There's literally enough space for 2 cars on that lane. For some reason, I could tell that he was moving directly towards us. He was moving very close to the pavement. And I could tell that if he doesn't either move to the other side of the road or slow down, he will end up hitting us. All I remember is I looked forward for a second and the next thing, I was in the air. And I'm thinking, I don't know how severe this is. Am I going to die? Am I going to survive this? Like, I've never been in a car crash before. I've never been in anything of this nature before. We finally land on the floor and I hear people running towards us. It was one guy that saw how the hit and run person was speeding off. He said he heard a loud bang and saw the guy speeding off like a criminal. So he decided to come out of his car to check what happened. And then some other bike guys that were around the area. So they ran towards me. They were telling me to not stand up, to sit down on the floor and not move. My friend had pain on the leg and ankle area, but was able to stand. The bike man is still on the floor, but at some point he also stands up. I could see his exhaust at one other side. I could not see tires. I could see the body part of the car across the road. I was on the floor for a while. I looked back and saw that another car was coming down that road. So I signaled them to like take me up to the pavement. They were asking me, are you okay? I kept saying I was fine. Then at that point, I started noticing numbness in the right side of my body. So the car hit the right side of my body along with the bike. The impact on the right side of my body was more severe. And then the left side of my body had more bruises because I fell on the left side of my body. I'm noticing that I'm bleeding from the left side of my body. I have like a couple bruises and scratches on the left side of my body. And I'm noticing that the right side of my body is starting to feel numb. I attempt standing up and find out that I can't stand. So I called my best friend and he had to carry me home. We got home and we decided to assess the damage that has been done. I realized that I have a lot of bruises on the left side of my body and I'm bleeding on the left side of my body, but it's just bruises, minor scratches and scrapes. Glory be to God. The right side of my body has just one scratch on my thigh, which came from the fact that I had a bunch of keys in the right side of my body. And the car impact hit that part of my body and broke the keys in my pockets. And I think the drag on the keys scratched my whole lap, tore my underwear, tore the trouser I was wearing. So at this point, I'm scared. I'm like, if the impact was strong enough to break keys and tear my underwear and shorts. Like, what has happened to my bones? Am I bleeding internally? What has actually happened? So I just ordered a ride and we all head to the hospital. We got to the hospital, did a couple tests, x-rays for me and my friend that got hit. And the doctor finally says that it's no fracture, no internal bleeding. And I happen to have some soft tissue swelling around my ankle, at the back of my shin, and on my thigh. I would have to rest the leg for a couple days, ice it, and take some couple pain medications to alleviate it. But hopefully he says I should be able to walk in about a week, and hopefully I'm able to run by that time frame too. First of all, I'm immensely grateful to God for the fact that I actually survived this, because a lot of people have things less than this and they don't survive it. But I'm here, I'm able to talk. I escaped with just minor injuries, and although I can't walk now and I'm currently walking with this, previously I needed someone to carry me, but today, which is like 48 or 30 hours after the injury, I can walk with the help of this stick. I'm making this video not to like just share my experience. I'm making it for you to let you understand that life can change in an instant, and because every day feels like a normal day, that nothing crazy happens, doesn't mean that the next day would be like that. So now when I run, I'm going to appreciate life a lot more. This could have been a lot worse, because even when I looked at the crime scene, when I saw the keys that broke, I was really scared. I thought I had broken a bone. You have to learn to appreciate the fact that you might not be able to do this someday, but you can do it today. And before today, I always ran with purpose, I always ran with joy, I always ran with life. But today, that means a lot more to me, because I understand that I was this close to either losing my life or losing my legs. It could have been a lot worse, but I'm here today. And in a week or two, I should be back running my easy recovery runs. I am blessed. And I want you to know that you are definitely also blessed. You can enjoy what a lot of people can't enjoy. You can move when you want to. I want you to know that that's a blessing. And I want you to not waste that blessing. I want you to use that blessing while you can. Use that blessing while you can. Stay active, keep running, and don't forget to run with life.